What's going on, guys? Welcome to part 2 with this Azorius Hatebears list brought to us by our fantastic friend, great friend of the channel, Turn1solring. Submits decks almost constantly. It's amazing the decks that this guy turns out. So thank you very much for the submission. In the last video, you probably saw we did okay, not great. But I think we're having a lot of fun learning how this deck works, and that's the important thing. So let's keep going. Got 3 more games for you, and we'll see what we can come up with. I'm going to lean off on this. This isn't an amazing hand, but it does give us enough plays that we should be okay. So we'll see what we can do. Let's see. What is going to be the correct play here? We don't have necessarily a lot of things that Hushbringer is going to shut down. Don't know what they're going to have, though. Let's do this just in case. So if they are sorry for the frame rates, guys, my goodness. If they are like a Witch's Oven deck, then this shuts down the Witch's Oven combo pretty easily. And I'll happily take one, that's fine. This shuts down Afterlife, that's nice. This is just Death Touch Tribal though. Let's do this. Do this. And we're going to attack for 2 here. Since it has lifelink, we get a couple points of life back, and you know they can come in and attack Basri Ket, and that's fine. But we have Teferi coming down next time. Ooh, nice. That's very good. Yeah, dude, you got it. That is very, very good. Okay, sure. I just want to draw some cards here. Let's do this. Let's draw a card. Deputy of Detention is actually quite nice. We are going to attack in here because, again, we're not going to block with the Hushbringer. Really wish Hushbringer shut down the Hooded Blightfang here, but that's okay. They're going to get to kill Teferi, and that's fine. They spent their turn doing so, and that's what's important. Yep. Unfortunately, we're not really getting anywhere in terms of life total. This is going to help because it will just straight deal with the Blightfang, which is amazing. That's not bad either, but let's do this. Oh, duh. Again, the non-bows. That was a mistake. Opponent being a little silly, they said nice. Yeah, sure. That's fine. All right, they attack in. Whoops. We'll block there. Get rid of one of their threats at least, but that was obviously a misplay, but I don't really think we had a much better play anyway. I guess we could have played this and left up Veto. That would have actually been pretty great. This Death Touch Tribal deck is a really interesting one. Can't even do both of these. We only have 1 blue mana, so we really can't do a ton here. This isn't great, but let's do it. This does mean they can't necessarily attack in with the Blightfang. Oh my goodness. All right, we just lose. There's no way. All right, moving on to game 2. That was a really sweet draw from the opponent there. That was great. Well done. I also misplayed by playing out the Deputy. That was not correct, but again, we didn't necessarily have a great other play. And I was wrong. Like I said, we only have 1 blue mana, so we couldn't have left up the Pilferer and the Veto. So that was not a possible play. All right, let's see. Can we get it in game 2? This is what I hate. I'm going to keep this, but this is the problem, I think, with a deck like this. And I think just with Hatebears, I don't think that there's necessarily a great way to do it in Standard right now. And so, unfortunately, I think that this is just not the best deck. But that's okay. So, the question is, do we play Hushbringer? I'm going to say no. We'll leave up a Veto. If they've got like a Cultivate or something like that, we can Dovin's Veto it. Okay. If we get a land, we can Deputy it, which we didn't. So we pass. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Frame rates are just garbage at the moment. My goodness. I thought we were doing pretty well last time. Yep. Dovin's Veto is going to be pretty dead here, is my guess. This is very much a stompy deck. So I highly doubt that they've got very much in the way of non-creature spells. Sure. I'm going to flash out Containment Priest just to get something there. They're not looking to play stuff from their graveyard necessarily, so this is fine. Yep. There is a world now where we do play Hushbringer just to kind of lock down the Pelt Collector here. Opponent kind of being slow, though. Ooh, so sorry for the frame rates, guys. Let's see. Okay. Yep, I think we just kind of need to play this out here. Just to keep the Pelt Collector from doing its thing at this point. No attacks. We could have attacked with the Containment Priest, but it really just doesn't matter. So if we draw a land, we'll probably just Basri Ket here. Start plussing up, maybe even on the Containment Priest. If they attack him with this, I think we take it. Since we do have the Basri Ket, we can play that out, ideally, if we draw a land. Pump this up to a 3/3 and then have a blocker here. This can easily block the Pelt Collector long term, and we do have a backup one. Oh, well. Alright. Wish we would have left up Dovin's Veto now, but, like, it is what it is. Yep. Okay, we'll pass. Interesting. Okay. Still no land. Let's attack here. Surprising. I'm gonna put another Hushbringer down then. We're in the exact same boat as last time, unfortunately. Don't love this. Gonna be honest. It keeps. First of all, like, the land count's not terrible. I think you're right at 22 lands, but you do get into positions like this where it just doesn't really work out. That's super good. Yep. Well, here we go. We just lose, right? Like 100%. All right, you ready? There it is. All right. Oh, goodness. All right. Game 3. Here we go. Turn 1 Soul Ring. Look, I love you, man. You kick butt on these decks, but I gotta be honest. I think this one, I think despite this being probably the best effort I have seen at a good Azorius Hatebears deck in Standard, I don't think is a good deck overall. Unfortunately, it just, like, it has so many things that it shuts down in its own right, which is not really ideal. We're going to keep this. We'll play the Pilferer on 2. Depending on what we're against, we may end up leaving up Veto, but I don't like just leaving up Veto on speculation unless I know, you know what I mean, that that's the kind of deck we're going to be up against. Looks like a Flyers deck, which we were up against in the first video and didn't go well, if I'm honest. It went real bad. Yep. You got it. Interesting. They may be... No, they weren't short on lands. Do they have another Fairy Miscreant? Because that would be hilarious. Now, there is a world where we just play Hushbringer right out, just so we have a blocker, but I'm not worried too much about that, so I'm just going to play the Pilferer out. Excuse me. Looks like our frame rates are better this game, at least. Goodness. That was terrible the first two. All right. Passing. I do get very annoyed by the triggers. Like this one, because you can always discard a card, it's like, hey, are you sure you don't want to discard a card? Are you sure you don't want to make it unblockable? It's so annoying. Pass. No, I do not want to make it unblockable. Surprise. All right, let's throw this out there. Now, do we Deputy of Detention or do we Tithe Taker? I think we Deputy and leave up Dovin's Veto and Tithe Taker next time. Let's do that and we'll attack in. All right. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna decline actually. Let's get Tithe Taker down. I'm gonna end the turn. They're not really doing very much though, if I'm honest. Sure. It's very good though. They were just stuck on white, I'm sure. Okay. I'm gonna decline again. I think we've actually got plenty of stuff. So, I think we play Hushbringer here just to kind of shut this down. Should have probably attacked first. That was a bit of a mistake. We'll discard that. All right. Now this can still attack in for essentially free because chances are we're not going to block it. But we do get to at least... Oh, nope. I lied. Yep. This does shut this down from just going ham though, which is really nice. But now we're pretty well done. This Empyrean Eagle kind of solidifies the loss for us, I think. Yep, no blocks. Whoops. There we go. All right. I'm gonna decline to play to the out of a... Yeah, it didn't work though. So if we had paid to and drawn like a Deputy of Detention, that would have been terrible because then we could have eaten... Well, no, we couldn't have because of the... There's just no way. There is no way. Let's just attack in with everything. We know we're gonna die here. Sure. Let's see. So we can do that. Doesn't really help to... Yeah, we just lose. All right. Well, I think we only won like one game with it. So here's my thoughts. Kind of already mentioned it, but I just don't think Hatebears is very good in Standard right now. I don't actually think that... I think we've got individually some really good cards, but collectively they don't make a very cohesive deck. I think we saw the issue where Hushbringer is very, very good because it shuts down a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, a lot of that stuff is ours. And so I think that there's just some inconsistencies there that I don't really love. So that's just my take on it. Of course, you know, play it for yourself if you feel the need and kind of try it out, or if you've got a different list, share it with us. But I do want to show some appreciation for Turn1solring and all of our deck builders because we have a lot in our Discord channel. So if you're interested, please do check out our Discord, hang out with us there. It's really a fun time. We've got an awesome community. So thank you for being a part of that, not just Turn1solring, but everybody. But do appreciate the submission. I just don't think this deck is good enough, man. I just don't. It's just not there. Hopefully we can get it there soon. That's my hope. I'd love to get a good Hatebears deck list together. I actually did try and make one a while back and it just didn't work. And I think it was a very similar issue. So that's just my take on it, but thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And of course, we'll see you next time with some more gameplay videos. Thanks, guys.